So I came across Farthest Frontier quite some time ago over on Steam, just scrolling through the one day, and this popped up. And I figured this would be a great time to get into it, considering we've wrapped up Kingdoms Reborn. So I figured let's keep the city builder colony sim type of idea going. And this promises to be a bit more of a brutal survival experience. What that actually means, I'm not sure, but I think it's gonna be a little bit more challenging than what we have encountered on the channel so far. So we're gonna jump into this. We're gonna start a new settlement, and yeah, we're gonna see how things progress, and hopefully we can build a medieval utopia that doesn't have a lot of problems. But with our skill level, we know that's probably not going to be the case. So okay, let's go new settlement. So pioneer, trailblazer, vanquisher. So we have trailblazer, which is starting resources and hunting and wildlife, no hostile forces, and no healthcare adversity. What does this mean? Does this mean no higher combat challenge results in large frequent raids, tougher attack types, and then we've got rates of disease and injury scale scale up from a reduced level to become more frequent with proper hygiene and healthcare management, though most diseases can be avoided or significantly mitigated even on vanquisher difficulty. What is this? I'm assuming scales the number of villages, months of food, and initial stocks of that you begin with. Okay, cool. So basically pioneer is, well, obviously we've got easy, medium, and we've got hard. So we'll do trailblazer. That seems to be the expected difficulty for us. So random settlement name, let's see, no man's land, tombstone, mashfield. I don't like any of those. We're gonna go with we are all Hammeredville. Cool. Map size is medium, pacifist mode. We're not gonna do that. We did do that with Kingdoms Reborn, but I do feel like maybe the combat was kind of missing. You know, it was an experience that maybe would have made our playthrough a little bit more interesting. So I figured we'd keep it here, right? Seems to be a big part of this kind of experience. So change the type of terrain that the generated map will have. So we've got idyllic valley, which is fertile valley, abundant in resources, just starting out. We've got arid highlands, alpine valleys. We've got random plains, lowland keys. We're gonna do the idyllic valley purely just because this is our first time running through it, right? So yeah, let's see what that brings us. Resources. Okay, so here we can actually customize individually what kind of experience we would like. So raiders, for example, we can actually have you know, we can set it to pioneer but keep the resources at here, so we can tweak the experience to exactly what we're looking for. That's really cool. I actually enjoy that. I like that. We're gonna leave the map seed as it is. I'm not sure what that's gonna actually entail. Yeah, and then I think that's gonna about do it for our map generation. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Life can be harsh everywhere, but in the old world there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city.
Burn the rich, that's all I'm saying.
And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
I have to say, this is a beautiful introduction. It really is. Okay. Exciting. I love jumping into these, like these first few hours of these types of games are always the most exciting because you're always learning things and it's just, it's super cool. I love it. Love it. Okay. So I'm assuming these are the now town center. Okay. Finish scouting the surrounding area. Survey the land your villagers have explored and choose a promising site to construct your town center. It's important to choose a location that's near the resources you'll need to build a successful settlement, things like clay, iron ore, and potential food sources. Cool. Confirm. Okay, so this will be... I mean, I feel like... What do we have? So foraging sources spotted. If we look in the top left over here, it kind of gives us a breakdown of what I guess we would have access to. I suppose obviously we can't really have everything that we would want. Or maybe we can, who knows. Okay, that looks a bit more promising. All right. Yeah, if we... I'm just worried that if we place it down somewhere, maybe here, there'll be... The resources might be destroyed. There is also over here on a lake bed, but I don't think that's going to be a great idea. I mean, they don't call it a town center for nothing, right? Okay. Edge of the forest. No, we've all watched The Village. We know what that's going to entail, so that's not happening. Okay. You know, it might actually just be that where we were was probably the best place we're probably going to find. Yeah. Kind of around here, it does look to be the best. There's minerals close by. It looks like there's some good food sources as well. If we look at the bottom of the I guess menu. Fertility bonus sort of at 71. Moving down, kind of just okay. Yeah, I think here's probably going to be good, right? Here looks fairly balanced. Water bonus, fertility bonuses, we've got good access to food, good access to minerals, sorry, and yeah, I think here's where we will begin our journey. What happens if we just move a little bit this way? Does anything change? Okay. Maybe we start... If we go over this side... No. We want to... I think maybe here's probably going to be... Cool. Yeah, that's it. We'll start right there. Okay. And here we are. This is very... Like, the aesthetic is very... We're just going to pause for a second. The aesthetic is very... Age of Empires. Very... You know, like old school Command and Conquer type. Right. Great. So I'm assuming this is the... that's cool. I like that. Can you actually... No, you can't. Can't like fast forward anything. That's interesting. But I love that sort of visual representation of the seasons and what's to come. I'm assuming winter's going to be brutal. So maybe we want to stock up on that. Just keep an eye out. So there's a housing shortage, not enough housing available for the number of villages in your settlement. Build more shelters to prevent deaths from exposure to the elements. Okay, so how do we do that? Right. Villager resources in storage, building menu. Great. Housing. What do we need? Town center. Oh, the town center has to be built first. Got you. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I guess that's the fastest we can go. Still a housing shortage, that's fine. So that says required resources. Do we need to... Okay, I'm assuming we need to harvest. And we can then harvest, I guess, from... Yeah, let's harvest from the immediate area, I guess. Seems logical. Okay. So we need to harvest those trees. Let's harvest those trees as well. Which I'm assuming then gives us the materials needed to build the town center. That checks out. Oh no, it's raining. Cool. Okay, I like that they don't... I like that they kind of... You know, you gotta figure it out. Even though it is sort of basic survival mechanics in these types of games. Very basic idea. Gather resources, use resources to build, etc. But it's still... You know, I like that it's... I really enjoy that they've kind of been like, you know what, figure it out on your own. Often that is the best way to learn. Indeed. Okay, let's have a look. Logs. Okay. Okay, so we've got food, tools, weapons, bows, raw materials. We've got 16. So do we then need to allocate the wood to be used? Does it automatically get used? How does this work? Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? Maybe once the materials have been gathered, they'll go back to, so let's say prioritized. Let's try that. Know what that does. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Enough with the harvesting. Let's... Oh no, I've just added more. Okay, there we go. Town center is being built. Great. So now let's build some houses. Cost is... I don't know, I can't read. Blind? Hang on. There we go. Navigating this is going to take some getting used to. Okay, so 10 wood, and I'm assuming 20 villages? What that means, I'm not sure. Would be nice if that sort of menu held up so that we can have a look at the... Oh, and that's another thing as well that I actually wanted to lead this video off with, is that this is still early access. This is version 0.09 something or another. So there are going to be some bugs. There are going to be some challenges we face. There are going to be maybe some things that go wrong. And that's okay. That's perfect because we know it's early access. And but yeah, I thought it would still be a great idea for us to check it out and have a look. So houses, let's do this. Can we, how do we rotate? Tab. I believe maybe facing town hall might be a good idea. Okay, desirability 8%. Well, you know what? That's what you're getting. Okay, so you can ignore. I wonder what then the... Maybe that's for roads. You know, paths. Because if I'm looking at it now, I mean, we could theoretically, yeah, do that. Because that seems like a bit of a waste of space otherwise. Okay. Let's maybe leave those houses for now. I'm not sure how... Actually, maybe that's something we should have... Yeah. It doesn't say how many sort of folks like each shelter can house. Desirability is a measure of how appealing an area is to live in. As such, this mechanic only impacts shelters. A high desirability is a prerequisite, for shelters to upgrade to higher tiers, as higher tier homes generate tax revenue, have increased occupancy, and are required for town center upgrades. This is very desirable. I see what you did there. When selecting a building for placement from the build UI, you can see whether it impacts desirability based on the chevrons next to its name. A green chevron means that the building will have a positive effect, while a red chevron indicates it will have a negative effect. Okay, so this is like in, for example, in Kingdoms Reborn, we had the, the sad faces that popped up when we were putting buildings and stuff around the houses. Interesting. Yellow chevron indicates there's no effect on desirability. Once you're ready to place the building, moving the placement preview around the town will show the impact it will have on the desirability of nearby homes. Lowering a home's desirability too much can cause it to become abandoned, as the area no longer fulfills its desirability requirements. Okay, that's cool. I like that. What does this mean? There's no firewood. Interesting. So we would need to gather more resources then. Those trees. Sounds good. Great. No, I still meant build the houses though. So let's add these to priority. Let's see. Okay. To clean water source, build a well nearby. Okay, that's fine. Would it be in food production? No. Hunter cabin, forager shack, fishing, crop field, amenities and services. Maybe? Graveyard? Shrine? No. Market? Hey, markets. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got a basic well, firewood splitter. Ah, okay, I see. So that's going to reduce desirability. That's going to increase desirability. Let's have a look. Okay. Yep, that's great. Then on top of that, we said well. We need to build a well. And I reckon the well should be, this could be a controversial opinion amongst most scholars. But I reckon the well should be close to the town center and not in the middle of the forest as a lot of, shall we say, entertainment franchises would have you believe it should be. Yeah, cool. Oh, stone. How the hell do we get stone? Is there stone to harvest nearby? Rock. Okay, right. Yeah. We're gonna harvest. Well, actually, sorry. No, let's remove as a target. All right. Yeah. Harvest. Harvest. And I think there was another one around here. I believe there may have been. Ah. There's a couple over here. Harvest. Great. Cool. Housing shortage. Things are happening. All right. Do we have stone to build this? We do. We actually do. We have a bit of stone to get the well going anyway, but that's fine. I'm not sure if we need tools or if they've got tools. I think they have tools actually. Yeah. Cool. Water source will be set up soon. Oh, okay. More people wish to join my settlement. More people await word to join your settlement. Amass a 4-month supply of food and 6 houses. Okay. Sure. Oh, what the flip that? Oi. Okay. we're gonna need to harvest more wood, it seems. Yeah. We currently have 0 in the storage. That's being... Yeah, the house is being done. Oh, maybe it needs 20 seconds of, like... villagers' time? Something? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. So, harvesting resources. That's great. Let's go here. We'll harvest those. I think let's harvest this as well. Even that. Missing source items is logs, obviously. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm trying. So okay, so looking at the hawthorn now, I'm wondering maybe the hawthorn is because it's late summer, so it's it's harvestable. That could be an idea. That is a clay deposit. I thought that was maybe a copper deposit, but it's okay. There's logs here, there's greens here. Let's maybe harvest this. Okay, or how do we do this? It can be harvested by foragers as a food source. Sure. So do we need to then individually assign these, or do they kind of manage themselves, if that makes sense? Why is there an emergency on the logs? What's happening? Okay. At least it's an infinite clay deposit, so there's that. I'm trying to figure out, seriously, how do we harvest bushes, berries, tree stones, bushes, berries? How do we then manage walls, flatten terrain, dirt road, set exploration point? Okay, that'll be cool, interesting. And then center in the village. I just want to see here, food, we've got 27 root vegetables, 85 pieces of smoked meat. Right. So we are Hammersville. Welcome. Town center. Current tier is tier 1. Next tier is tier 2. Basic needs are stocked with firewood. I'm getting there. Sure. Okay. I'm not sure if, like I said, we need to be worrying about... Oh, yeah. Okay. Looks like that's already... So that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, but how do we get them? By foragers as a food source. Harvested by foragers as a food source. That's what I'm saying. Does that not then mean that we need to assign a forager? Okay, priest, republican, rat catcher. Rat catcher? Interesting. Work camp, miner, miller, foundryman, firewood splitter, charcoal maker, brick maker. Okay, cheese maker, farmer, fisher, forager. Forager. So workers cannot be assigned where... Sorry, workers cannot be assigned here while auto refill profession is enabled. Enable worker slots can be managed on an individual building. Oh, maybe that's why. Do we have a building for it? Do we need to put down a building for it? A saw pit, tannery, cobbler shop, fletcher, basket, compost, food production, hunter cabin, forager shack. Cool. So we need to build ourselves a forager shack. Interesting. If we put it over here. Sorry, over here rather. I'm assuming... okay. Yeah. This could be a very unoptimized village, but that's fine. Who needs optimization, right? Although that should be okay, I think. Yeah. That's good. Great. Fantastic. I think we've got... So we can actually add another shack in here, but let's see how the first one does though. Then hunter cabin. I think the only thing that really is available for hunting out here is deer. I can't see any other sort of icons, so deer it is. Yep. And I think we're just gonna pop this there, maybe. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Cool. Then we got the fishing shack. Placed along a water's edge, the fishing shack gives villagers a place to fish from. Choosing a prime location will increase fishing production. Crop field to grow vegetables or grain, and then a smokehouse. So let's maybe do the crop field as well. We got 71% clay sand. Interesting. Okay. So where would we want to put this? I guess here. 1848 gold. I actually haven't even been paying attention. How much gold do we have? Ugh, gold, Rob. It's not gold, it's farmers. Okay, let's see. What is the smallest we can build this? Under minimum size, invalid location. 5x5, 2 workers. Yep, let's do that. Oops, sorry. Okay, cool. Seems like we have... Okay, so 11. Let's just make sure that we... Okay, so we've still got some good places to harvest from. Yeah, I think you know what, let's harvest sort of closest to us. That seems logical. You know, it's not always the nicest, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so that's happening. Okay, hunter's shack. Ooh, okay, so there's work areas. Some buildings have a work area in order to function. This circle defines where villagers will seek resources in the wild. For example, a hunter's cabin work area defines where a hunter will go to seek out game to hunt. A fishing shack's work area defines what coastline a fisherman will fish from. By default, a work area is centered on the structure, but that is likely not the best setup. To relocate a work area, left-click the work area button and then move the cursor to the desired location. Okay. So relocate the work area, left-click the work area button. Right. Then move the cursor to the desired location. The tooltip will give you insight into the resources within the work area before you confirm the placement. Setting work areas properly can help improve the efficiency of a building. Cool, so let's pause for a second. Here on this menu, we've got the... Here's the... So it's the same size, just we can sort of have a building here and then keep it on the edge of that. Or, oh no, actually we can go further out. That's cool. I like that. That is actually pretty dope. Because, like, for example, if we wanted to set the work area to be out here. Okay. That looks... I don't know. I don't even know if that is going to be a good idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep it to where it was, sort of. Just to make sure that we've got things going. Then what do we want to do? Building production. So we obviously can't upgrade it yet. But now it says that it's missing the ranged weapon and ammunition stuff. Do we need to manually assign that? Does that get assigned automatically? How does that work? salvage building, relocate building. Okay, let's give it a second. Let's see. I think he's going to fetch. Yeah, there we go. He went to go fetch. Okay, so at least now we know as well, when those things do pop up saying that something is missing, we could maybe just give it a minute and just see if, you know, it sorts itself out. Cool. Okay, now I think it's important to just try and make sure that we've got as much going as we can. So you know what, let's do the fishing shack as well. I feel hang on, before we do that, are reeds harvestable? No, doesn't look like it. Thicket. Okay, so this is just bushes and stuff. Interesting. Okay, then no, we're not gonna, I guess, harvest, but we will put down, sorry, the fishing shack. I'm gonna put it over here. Fishing area is 8 fish count. Interesting. Cool. Looks good. Then what other building did we not have for food production? So we got the forager shack. We've got the hunting cabin, fishing shack. We've got a crop field going, smokehouse. Do we actually have the stone for it though? We do. Quite a bit. Nice. Like that. The reason why the smokehouse is also important is because of the fact that it's going to stop our meat from spoiling, right? Yeah. Can we... Actually, hang on. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah. We can put it there. Building is no firewood. I mean, look, that's okay, right? We are still trying to... Yeah. We're still trying to make sure that we're harvesting all the things. We've got all these trees allocated for harvest, so that'll be good. And then I think what might also be a good idea for right now is we keep as much firewood as possible. Oh no, what is this? A wolf! Okay, let's see if our hunter takes care of it. Do they? Yes. That village almost died. Whew. Jeez. Okay. I think what's actually the most brutal out of anything is that you can't manually control any of these things, really. But that's cool. That's this is looking good. Oh, and then something I wanted to check as well. No, sorry. Dirt road. Yeah. Dirt road. So it's just timing that this costs. So I'm thinking what you should do is at least build like just build paths between the buildings, right? Not necessarily has to be. Okay, so there's the well, and then I think we can wrap around here. Maybe not. Right. Oh. Why can we not go down here? What the hell? Okay, that was weird. Cool. So I don't know if this gives us the same sort of, I guess, bonuses as, you know, building a road in Kingdoms Reborn. But I figure, why not? Right? Seems like a reasonable thing to do. Great. Okay, workers unable to work. We are missing meat and fish. It is late autumn, so that does at least make sense. Remember, that's the smokehouse, so again, checks out. Only once we've got meats and stuff. Now, something else to consider as well is, does the meat go from here straight to the smokehouse, or does it go to storage first? I would imagine it goes to the storage first. Okay. Which is fine. That's no problem. Smoked fish. Okay. Okay. And here come the wolves. Here come the wolves, which I'm assuming is going to cause us problems. I really like the snow effects as well. That's really cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We can build another store. We can build a proper stockyard. 2 new villagers born and 3 new villagers immigrated. That's so cool. Nice. Do we have a housing problem? I don't think so. Okay. I don't think we've got an issue. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, hang on. Let's see here. Housing count 20, villager count 17. Great. Okay. So we need to look at building more, but we'll look at that in a bit. And I think we'll start using up a bit more of this open space in between all the houses. So like there, and here, and try and fill out those gaps a bit more. Cool. I think the road is actually supposed to go through here. You know that? Yep. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not the point. Okay, so 11 adults, 4 adolescents, 2 infants. That's educated 18. Sure. I'm really worried about education right now. It's about surviving. Yeah. I'm gonna build that. Again, don't know why, but seems like the thing to do. Okay. If you say so. Right. Okay, so for the most part, I think folks are just chopping trees. Yeah, chopping trees, doing that. Doing their thing. Produced item, required materials, 1 carcass gives us 40 pieces of meat, 1 pelt, and 1 tallow. Right, a boar carcass. Okay. Just want to have a look here at the food. Produced item. So you're saying that the produced, hang on. So in storage currently over here is 38 fish and 60 smoked meat. Yes, that is the, okay. Okay, got you. Now, does that mean everyone gets their food from the smokehouse? Should we be building the... So now if we've got the resources, okay, now hang on, that's been done. Sorry, if we look at roads and fencing, not any of that yet. Amenities, housing, that's no problem. Sorry. Storage. Place for villagers to stockpile building materials such as logstones, wood planks. Okay, we don't need that then. Storehouse. That's fine. I'm assuming that means that everyone just gets their food from the smokehouse. That would make sense. Or at some point it would travel. It doesn't matter. As long as people don't starve, I don't care. I don't care. Should we be worrying about walls right now? got defenses. So there's a lookout tower. Defends the surrounding area against hostile threats and must be manned by guards who do extra damage when attacking from a high vantage point. So the cost is a lot. And the monthly cost is 5 gold bars. Whatever that means. Which, let's have a look here. Where wood planks, sorry, firewood, flour, belts, tallow. Just trying to see where that gold bar or whatever it is. Huh. Okay, it's not on here. Interesting. Right. Okay. For now, I think things are okay. Sort of. Year number 2. Fantastic. Good for us. Look at us. And we're still building this out. That is insane. That is a crazy amount of like real world time to effectively. Can we prioritize this maybe? Let's prioritize it. Yeah. Just, you know what, at least so that we can get it done, right? Let's get it done. Let's get it producing food. Food is quite important. Great. Okay. Maybe we can actually have the farm set up before 2 new villages born. Nice. Maybe we can actually have the farm set up before the end of the bloody year, so that we can harvest something. Okay, cool. I think for the most part we're okay. How do we start harvesting clay? Sorry, let's look at the buildings. Resources. Saw pit, sorry, tannery. I think we went through his cobbler shop, compost, basket, Fletcher. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna then come with work camp, clay pit. Got you. Got you. That's fine. Requirements. We need 30 population, 8 shelters, and 60 wood planks. We've got 30 stone. Okay, wood planks. How do we build wood planks? How do we do that? Juices. Saw pit. Ah, needs a stockyard. Okay. So maybe that's actually storehouse. Found in storage. Interesting. So it seems that in order to, okay, cool. No, I guess that does make sense, to be honest. Sort of. Let's put that here. That's fine. Storage is full. Okay, that's I mean, that's obviously what this is going to be for, right? This will help this. Got you. With you. Okay, so I think what I want to also do though in the meantime, root cellar, a partially underground structure used to store food at a reliable temperature, reducing the rate of spoilage. Okay. That's actually quite cool. Housing. Does this, I mean, surely this must go beyond tier 2, right? Yeah, got you. Okay. Interesting. See, so that's what I'm talking about. Those, that's not a wooden plank monthly cost. That looks like a gold bar, right? I'm assuming it must be. But I can't, the problem is I can't like leave this. Yeah, to go and see. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Yeah. Cool. Building menu. Houses. I think. Yeah. Let's add another house. I know we said here. I think we're gonna do one there. And then yeah. Right? Happy? We could add another one here, I guess. But I think we're fine for now. That should also take us to the, what, 8 houses that we need. This field is an empty crop. Oh, okay. Wow. That's a lot. Okay, let's get through this. Click any of the 3 crop rotation bars to add or remove crops to plant. Each bar represents 1 year and farmers will cycle through them sequentially. Fill each bar to create a full crop rotation. So you could plant 3 years of crops on a single plot. Interesting. Click to remove the selected crop from the rotation. Click to expand the size of the crop field. Expanding a crop field requires additional work and may increase the number of farmers needed to maintain it. Environment fertility factor impacts how effective compost and crops such as peas and clover are for improving the crop field fertility. Interesting. So environment fertility factor impacts how effective compost and crops such as peas and clover are for improving crop field fertility. So here you can adjust the clay sand mixture in the soil for the optimal yield. Each crop has its own mixture requirements, so make sure to set the right mix for your crops. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. That's a lot. What crops do we want to add? So we've got beans, heat tolerance, drought tolerance, rockiness resilience, weed suppression, grow time. Sure. So, hang on, let's have a look. There's clover, which I'm not sure, which can be grown to replenish soil fertility in a field. Carrots provide a moderate yield of root vegetables that are frost tolerant and store well. Carrots do not require high soil fertility, but do less in rocky fields. Turnips are a dependable crop with moderately high yield of root vegetables which store well. Turnips grow very quickly. Frost tolerance, do well even in average soil. They tolerate disease better than most crops. So 7 out of 10. Heat tolerance is 3 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Drought tolerance is much better for the turnips. Weed suppression better. Grow time is faster. Yeah. Okay, I think we'll do turnips for now. Yeah, we'll do. Okay, so in other words, this here will grow turnips, what, 3 times, correct? Interesting. Enough room to add crops. Remove or rearrange existing crops to make room in the planting season. Flax? No. Beans? That can be stored longer than other crops. Beans are sensitive to frost. As a nitrogen fixing plant, beans can help improve soil fertility. Peas are best grown in early spring before diseases are most active. So that's also something to consider as well. So basically it's like we need to then move this over, and then put peas here. Oh, and you know what? I'm actually looking now. It looks like there's a best time. Okay, got you. So we replace, yes, remove that crop. And then there. So peas are best grown early spring before diseases are most active. What is this? That's late spring. We're in late spring already. Oi. Vey. Okay. Flax is used to make linen. Flax is not highly frost tolerant, and requires an adequate soil fertility. Wheat produces grain that must be molded into flour and baked. Wheat has high food yields, and grain can be stored longer than most crops, though. Wheat requires fertile soil, and diseases can significantly cause crop loss. Sure. Okay, it's not related to wheat or even a grass, and so it's not affected by diseases of other grains. Buckwheat does not typically yield as much grain as wheat or rye, and is not frost tolerant, but it has a short growing period and does not need fertile soil. Sure. Okay. It's a lot of decisions going on, not gonna lie. Sure. Okay. Then how do we, okay, add keys. Oh, you know what? I think it's saying that this rotation is done. Actually, so we need to focus on this. Got you. Got you. Well, that's my understanding at least. Okay. Yes, because if you look, you can't actually put in winter, which makes a lot of sense. So I guess we'll start off with turnips. And then here we will do peas. Okay. Maybe carrots. And improve soil fertility. Long growth time though. Holy hell. Interesting. Sure. Right, interesting. Let's have, okay, hang on. Well, year 2. Let's cancel year 2 just for now. 78 out of 138. Weed level, rocks. Okay, so then what? So then, sorry, I know this is super complicated, but this is a learning curve for all of us here. Let's add in cabbage. Are we gonna be able to? No. Okay. But that's what I want to just, okay. No, then I'm not understanding. So hang on, fertility is 71%, weed level is 85% currently. Okay, let's see what roots out weeds. Weed suppression 4 out of 10. You know what? I think we're overcomplicating this. Let's just do turnips. We'll do turnips for the year. I think that'll be great. Fine. Everyone's gonna love turnips. Huh. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, crop field has been constructed and crops can now be assigned on a 3-year rotation. Interesting. Yeah, but the problem is that the soil mixture. Because if we add get rid of that. Then for P, now the thing is, yeah, I don't, okay, so then we'll leave it for this, we'll leave it here. The peas will be loaded in. We just need to remember to come in and change the soil mixture. Then weed suppression, rockiness, resilience. I'm trying to see what's kind of the best thing we can add in for. So we can do buckwheat. Afterwards, interesting. And then, I think there's not enough space for cabbage. Leeks? Not enough space. Is there space for anything next year? Doesn't look like it. There's like just not enough. Okay. I'm going to... bollocks. Let's add... maybe carrots. It's a bit rocky though, so that might be a problem. There's rye, which actually could be great. So let's do that. Cool. Everybody seems happy. Everybody's happy. Okay. So this is how we start off. This is Farthest Frontier. It does seem to be a lot more involved with a lot of some of the management aspects, especially in terms of the farming stuff, which could be really cool. Crops lost to heat stress. 27 turnips have been lost due to high temperatures. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So I guess we learn these things as we go, right? What was the... yeah, heat tolerance, 5 out of 10. Got you. Frost, heat. Oh, okay. Well, you know, I guess we live and learn, right? Zero crop similar to wheat that yields grain, which is molded into flour, right? You'll see, the problem is that I don't want to do the rye and stuff just yet, because I don't think we've got the ability to mull stuff. So I'm going to remove that and remove that. We're going to go here. Let's do the buckwheat. Seasons cannot be moved unless the current plants are removed. Damn it. Okay. Well, then we're going to have to wait until next year. Are you joking? No. Remove. Can we not do like after... oh my gosh. Salvage... okay, I'll have to wait until this one's done before we can sort that out. Anyway, like I said, this seems really cool. This seems like a bit more intense as well, especially in terms of, like I said, that's some management of a lot of things. 2 new villagers immigrated, new villager was born. That's great. Let's close all. Incoming travelers wish to immigrate. Will you accept them into your village or turn them away? We'll accept them. That's fine. Probably have to build houses and stuff for them, but that's okay. Like I said, we'll leave it off here for this episode. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button way there. Why not consider subscribing as well? Really helps out the channel, and it helps our little frontier city thrive and survive and all of that. Thanks so much. Until next time. Cheers.